Hello, I'm Mac Brunson, and welcome to At This Time. It was December of 1944. He was a one-man army, and he literally fought the war for 29 years after World War II was over. His name was Captain Hiroo Onoda, and he was sent by the Japanese government, by his military, to the island of Lubang in the Philippines. MacArthur had come back already to the Philippines in that famous return to the island there. And Captain Onoda was sent there as an intelligence officer to gather information and to disrupt as much as he could, to wreck the infrastructure if he could, to keep the army off of its plan and off of its game, so to speak. Well, in 1944, in August, you know that Japan has surrendered. But Captain Onoda did not know that. And any attempt to get him information about the surrender, he thought was just a trick. He was there up in the mountains, hiding out, carrying out guerrilla warfare. He would raid a farm and oftentimes kill the people there. But he would not surrender. They dropped leaflets. He would read the leaflets, but he still would not surrender. They even got a copy of the surrender signed by the Japanese general, Yamashita, but he thought that was just a trick. They got a hold of his family, and they got family pictures, and they got letters from the family, and they would drop them out over the area where he was. And he simply thought that was a trick. They even sent in certain forces, but they never could catch the guy. But in 1974, an explorer, a famous Japanese explorer by the name of Suzuki, decided he was going to go and see if he could not find Captain Onoda and talk to him. Well, he did find him. He found him at the end of a rifle pointed at him. And then he began to speak to Captain Onoda and said, "Listen, the emperor and all of Japan are worried about you." And he proceeded to tell him that the war was over, that the surrender had been signed 29 years earlier. Captain Onoda said this, "I will not surrender until my commanding officer comes here to relieve me." Suzuki goes back to Japan, and a month later, he actually finds alive Captain Onoda's commanding officer. He flies him out to the island of Lubang. They go into the jungle there, up in the mountains, and they find Captain Onoda. And the commanding officer looks at him and says, "Give it up. It's over. It's been over for 29 years. And at this time, March the 9th, 1974, 29 years after World War II, Captain Hiroo Onoda surrenders his samurai sword to President of the Philippines, President Marcos. Now, there is a news reporter that is there covering this, and he's able to get close enough to Captain Onoda, and he asks him the question, in 29 years of fighting World War II after it was over, what has happened in your life? And Captain Onoda said, "Not one good thing." The writer of Hebrews says in chapter 12 of Hebrews, verse 15, "See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and let no root of bitterness spring up, causing trouble." I imagine I'm talking to some folks right now that bitterness and grudges and past anger have brought about no good thing in your life. Why not discover that the war is over and let the one who can set you free, Jesus Christ, set you free? And that is At This Time.